Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today the Golden State Warriors have signed former first-round pick from the Houston Rockets, Usman Garuba, to a two-way contract. Usman Garuba, who it feels like this offseason has bounced around. It was on the Rockets to start the offseason, and then right before the Houston Rockets signed Dillon Brooks to a mega deal, which I will say the Rockets did overpay Dillon Brooks, but it's still going to end up being a good signing for the Rockets. Still massive overpay for Dillon Brooks. But in a move to clear some salary and roster spots to get Dillon Brooks on this team, the Houston Rockets traded Usman Garuba and Ty Washington Jr., two former first-round picks in previous years, in back-to-back years. I think Garuba was the 22nd for the reason I know all this stuff is because I'm a Rockets fan. Garuba was the 22nd pick in the 2021 NBA draft, and Ty Washington was the 29th pick in the 2022 NBA draft. So he traded both of those players, a second-round pick, and cash considerations to the Hawks for nothing. It was a salary dump, and the Rockets. I've heard a lot of people say that the Rockets did that because they were expecting, because this move happened. This move, when they did this move happened before Brook Lopez re-signed with the Milwaukee Bucks. And here's what I've heard about that move where the Rockets traded Garuba and Washington Jr. to the Atlanta Hawks. I've heard some people say that the Rockets were thinking they were about to pull some huge things, signing all three of Fred VanVleet, Dillon Brooks, and Brook Lopez. But then Brook Lopez re-signed with the Milwaukee Bucks, and then the Houston Rockets were stuck with just Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet instead of Brook Lopez. But I don't know if I believe that, to be honest. I think that might just be rumors. But because the Rockets did pay a lot of money to Dillon Brooks, because there was, originally I think the contract was, I don't know what originally the contract was. It was a 4 years something or a 3 year something. No, yeah, it was a 4-year deal. I don't remember what the original. But then there was more money added into it. Like a couple weeks later, if it was announced that there was an additional money in the contract or something. I have no idea, but yeah. But then Garuba, the monster trade, not mega trade, but then there was another trade where Garuba got traded to the Thunder. So the Hawks traded John Collins. This everybody should probably know. This is, well, I don't know. The Hawks traded John Collins to the Jazz for Rudy Gay and a second-round pick. So then you would see the Hawks trade Usman Garuba and Ty Washington, the two assets they received from Houston, and Rudy Gay, who they received from the Jazz, in a second-round pick over to the Thunder in exchange for Patty Mills. And then you saw the Oklahoma City Thunder go ahead and waive Usman Garuba and Ty Washington. And that was a couple weeks ago. That was 2 or 3 weeks ago where I think that was 3 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago, where Garuba got waived by the Thunder. And now Garuba has been signed by the Golden State Warriors in a two-way contract. Let's go over his stats in Houston. Now, I will say to you, all you Warriors fans that are watching right now, that coming from a Rockets fan, Garuba's not a bad player. That's not why he was being passed around. So the Rockets moved him because they were trying to create salary. The Rockets wanted to keep Garuba, but they just couldn't due to money reasons. I have no idea why the Hawks got rid of him. I guess they just wanted Patty Mills. And the Thunder, the only reason they got rid of Garuba and Ty Washington is because their roster was already filled with young talent, and it's like their roster, when they had Garuba and Washington, they had no need for those two guys, and I don't think they really had any intentions of ever keeping them. So now Garuba will be on the Warriors. I think this is a good addition. They need taller players. Garuba 6'10", maybe 6'9", actually, and he's a center, but he's a good three-point shooter. This season with the Rockets, three-point percentage was 41%. It's not like he wasn't taking threes. He averaged 0.8 three-point attempts per game. He really improved from three-point shooting in his second season, because in his rookie season, he took the same amount of three-point attempts per game. He took 0.8 three-point attempts in his rookie year, and then did the same thing in his second year, only shot 25% from three. So I really think that he really improved from three-point shooting in his second year, and sometimes it felt like he was automatic. From a center that really wasn't a good three-point shooter in the past, felt really good. but he played 75 games in one start and 13 minutes per game in that game. And sorry, in that season last year, averaging 3 points per game and 4.1 rebounds per game with 1 assist per game, a half a block per game, and over half a steal per game. Now, I will say, Garuba is a very underrated offensive rebounder. He only averaged 1.6 offensive rebounds per game last season with the Rockets, but he was a very good, second chance, score for the Houston Rockets, giving the Rockets second chances on possessions, and he did that a lot. And Garuba was really good at offensive rebounding last year. I don't know why that average is so low, but he was doing it a lot. Then his rookie season was not that good. Barely played that much at all. He averaged 2 points per game with 4 rebounds per game and a half a block per game. So those were his stats in his rookie year. So yeah, Warriors fans, you're getting a good player, good 3-point shooter for a center. The Warriors need some height. I mean, right now, their tallest player on their roster is, their tallest player on their roster is Dario Saric. And so I think that this is a good pickup for the Golden State Warriors, even if it's on a 2-way contract. I like this move for Golden State, not just coming from a Rockets fan. I did watch him for 2 years, and I do watch every Rockets game, so definitely was a great player for the Rockets. Not that great, but very underrated, and I think he'll be good on Golden State. I think Golden State is a good place for him, to be honest. I think it's a really good team for him. I just wonder if it sticks. Is he able to stay there? We'll see. Use them on your thoughts on the signing for the Warriors, and peace out.